Hello, everybody. Hope all of you are doing fine and staying safe. I'm posting this video today to talk about diabetes. Why diabetes? Why diabetes? There are a lot of videos and there's lot of Google web content on diabetes. If you want to know anything about diabetes, you have immense information there. But still, I wanted to post this video because I met a gentleman today, a retired bank employee. Uh, he has uh, he has uh, his leg got amputated because of diabetes, and I felt very sad. He's an educated person. I felt very sad. He's 75, and he told me that of course I told him that I'll be posting this video, and he said, yeah, if it is going to benefit someone else, then why not? So I thought, okay, I can post this video, but I'm not talking about the person's name or any other details, but it is just that the incident which actually shocked me. He told me that was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 45, 46. So, and he's 72, yeah, 72, 73, and his leg got amputated now after 30 years of diabetes. So I told him, like, was he taking medicines, and what was his, I mean, why was that his leg got amputated? Then he told that he was not careful about diabetes. He took it to be just another disease. Like, he said, okay, I'm a diabetic, so what? And when his wife and his mother, and they should tell that, no, you're a diabetic, so you should start having right diet, and you should start having exercise and other things. He didn't take it seriously. He was like, it's okay, I mean, what's a big deal, diabetes doesn't harm, so no issues. So, and without family's knowledge, he used to have whatever he wants, ice creams, that, this, and everything. So he just had a ball, like, he enjoyed his lifetimes. But at from 65, 66, that is after 20 years or 25 years of diabetes, he started having issues, like, he started having heart problems, then he started having vision problems, and then uh, there was weakness, and then many other issues, and then there was a very small wound in his leg, and because of high sugars, the wound was not could not be treated, and then his leg had to be amputated. So he was feeling very bad that, at the age of 70, 72, now he is completely dependent on his children and the caretakers and everything. So what that uncle told me is, like, he when I told him, uncle, can I put this can I talk about you in on my YouTube channel? He said yes. And for that, what he told us, like, where if you're going to put this video, just tell everybody, like, tell your audience or whoever is watching your channel, that if you can take care of diabetes, or if you can monitor diabetes at an early stage, once you're diagnosed with diabetes, it's not a devil that pounces on you immediately. It gives you a long haul, so you have lot of time with it. So once you are diagnosed with a diabetes, just be careful. Just put it in your head very clearly that you are a diabetic. So, what you should eat, what you should not eat, how your life should be, what are the changes that you should do to see that you can live with diabetes for a long time, that comfortably without any issues. So, these are the things which you should keep in mind. So, the uncle told me that you have to talk about this when, if you are posting a video about diabetes, that very simple measures at the person's end will actually see that he lives a good life, a best life with diabetes. It is not going to harm you if you are careful with it. So I was just thinking about it, and I got the analogy of Life of Pi. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this movie, Life of Pi. In that diabetes, I thought is something like, after talking to that uncle, I thought diabetes is something like, uh, you're the pie and diabetes is the Richard Parker that is there with you. So how, if you have to live, then you have to keep Richard Parker or diabetes under control, or under you have to keep it under control. That is the right word. It, so that it doesn't pounce on you, like the way Pi uses the stick to control uh, Richard Parker and keep it under, and to make sure that he is the boss. So in such a way that when you're a you should more keep your diabetes under control, with very simple changes, with simple lifestyle changes, very very simple lifestyle changes. But these lifestyle changes should be persistent. You should always remember at the back of your head that you are a diabetic. That's also, I was just thinking of this analogy of how Pi handles Richard Parker. The same way you should handle uh, diabetes. If you're a diabetic, the same way you should handle diabetes. So this was something I was thinking. And then when I started reading about this subject, uh, of course, definitely in Google and YouTube and other things, what I understood is, like, the day you realize that you're a diabetic, from that day on, just keep one day as a cheat day. That okay, on that day you can eat whatever you want. You want to eat rice, you want to eat chapatis, and not chapatis, you want to eat puris or sweets or ice creams or whatever. That one day you do whatever you want to do, but the other 6 days, promise to yourself that you're managing your diabetes. Promise yourself that your fasting is within 100 and your postprandial is within 180. Yeah, your postprandial is within 180. Promise yourself that, because it is not, you're not doing any favor to anybody. It is like, after 30 years, 40 years, 50 years with diabetes, you're still hale and healthy. That is, it is a gift for yourself. It is just like very simple steps that you're taking on. From the day you're a diabetic will take you a long way. Diabetes is actually not a bad disease. It gives you a long haul. I mean, it can, you can be careless with it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. But once it catches upon you, it catches you in a very bad way. Your eyes might be affected, your kidneys might be affected, your heart might be affected, your legs can get amputated, you can be into depression. It can do anything for you. So I especially want to talk about, I'll post another video where I'm talking about diabetes and depression, because that's a very important thing, because it's for the family. The family needs to understand that if someone is a diabetic, what and all, what is why does the dimension of depression adds up. So I'll post another video on that. But now what I'm trying to communicate is, when you're a diabetic, just from the day you're diagnosed, that your doctor tells, yes, you're a diabetic, and you have to start making changes. The medicines, the allopathic medicines, homeopathy, Ayurveda, the nature cure and whatnot, there's so many aspects are working towards diabetes. But all this is just 10%. What is most important in diabetes is lifestyle modifications, is what you eat and how much you exercise. These are the only two things that matter in diabetes majorly. Definitely medicines and all are important, but just these are two very important things, that is what you eat and how much you exercise. Very simple. And like, it's very simple. Like, every day, okay, today a doctor has told me that yes, I am a diabetic. Today you just eat whatever you want, and from tomorrow you decide that okay, if you're from Monday to Saturday, I'm going to follow a diet and I'm going to follow an exercise regime. On Sunday is a cheat day, you do whatever you want. But it is not like, you have to go on fast. That is also not important. Nowadays, like, you're having so many options. Like, you have red rice, you have brown rice, then you have different kinds of wheat is available, and the bread also, it comes with different kinds of wheat is available. So you can have lots of fruits, you can have vegetables, you can have salads. There's so many options available. It's not like you don't have to fast. That's not important. Fasting also definitely is very beneficial, they say, but it is up to some people advocate fasting, some people don't advocate fasting, so that's a different issue. But otherwise also, for rice, you have, for white rice you have an alternate. There are alternate options available for white rice. You can take brown rice, I said, you can take red rice. There's so many options. White rice, if you're an addict of white rice, then go have that white rice on a Sunday. Say that, okay, keep it in your mind that on Sunday I'm going to have this, so till then I'm not going to have. So Monday to Saturday, stick with your diet, whatever your dietitian tells you, stick with that. And ensure that your sugars are, fasting and postprandial are in control. That is the best gift you are going to give yourself, because next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever time you are living with diabetes, you live comfortably. Trust me, it will not harm you if you keep it under control. The way Pi kept Richard Parker under control, that is how you have to keep your diabetes under control. Tell your diabetes that you're the boss. Show your diabetes that you're the boss. Eat and exercise regularly, and you can save so many complications. You can I'm sure you can live a very healthy life in spite of being diabetic. So remember that when you're going out, a diabetic person, when you're definitely at home, they'll be very strict, but when you're going out and you're cheating, then remember that you're not cheating people at home. You're not doing that. That is a secondary thing. I mean, it will definitely affect them, but it will not affect them majorly. But you're cheating yourself. The biggest crime is you're cheating yourself. Cheating others is a different issue, but you're cheating yourself. Like when you're eating something which you should not eat, when you're a diabetic, you're harming yourself. That is a very that I think that is the biggest crime. So the reason I'm posting this video is, try, the day you're diagnosed with diabetes, take it very seriously. Trust me, it is a good companion, but it is a worst enemy. It's a worst enemy. It's a good companion. It's a reasonably good companion. It is with you. It will not, until you don't give it, like all the freedom. It is, and keep it under control. It's a good companion. Yes, yeah, yes, I'm a diabetic. No issues, because I'm maintaining my diet. I'm following whatever the diet is that is given by the dietitian. 6 days a week, sufficient. One day it's a cheat day, no problem. But 6 days a week, you're maintaining your diet and you're having regular exercise. That is sufficient. But one day is a cheat day. That day you just keep all your craving for food for that one day, that you're eating whatever you want on that one day. That is a cheat day. The other days, it is like you, it you're drill it into your mind that you're a diabetic when you're taking what do you say, taking a sweet or a cake or a pastry or whatever it is, and when you're having it, remember you're a diabetic. If you're a diabetic, remember you're a diabetic, and see the consequences of it. You can go blind, your limbs can get amputated, you can develop heart problems, and so many things. You name it, and diabetes can give you. So just be careful. That's what I want to say. If you are a diabetic, kindly 24/7 keep it in your mind that you are a diabetic. Never forget it, because the day you forget and the day you get give it lenience, it will pounce on you, and the way it will pounce on you, it will pounce on you very badly. I tell you, it's a worst enemy. It's a reasonably good friend, but it is a worst enemy. I don't even call it a friend, but it is reasonably good, an acquaintance or whatever. It's reasonably okay. But when it turns into an enemy, that too, it will turn into an enemy after giving you a long haul. You will have 10 years of time, 15 years of time with it. Some people, good lucky ones, can have 20 years of time with it. So no problem. But this 20 years, it is okay, it's reasonably okay. But the day it turns an enemy, then it is the worst enemy that anyone can have. So often, this is to all the diabetics around. I mean, not just in India, anywhere, like to everyone, all the diabetics. The day you know you're a diabetic, remember it 24/7 that you are a diabetic, and that's how you can. Uh, I don't know about curing, but keeping it under control is, I think it's easy and it is beneficial. That's what I'm trying to communicate. So this is to all my friends who are diabetics and who are predisposed to diabetes. So thank you for listening to me. And if you are liking the content that I'm trying to post on my channel, please like it, share it, and do subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless.